You know that feeling, right? You have this brilliant idea, but then the thought of spending months and a small fortune on market research just completely kills the buzz. Well, that's the old way. Today, we're going to dive into how AI is making market research practically instant, incredibly affordable, and frankly, available to pretty much everyone.
And look, the difference we're talking about here isn't just a small improvement, it's a total revolution. We're going from research timelines that took months down to mere minutes. We're slashing costs by up to 100 times. This isn't just about doing the same old thing a little bit faster. It's a complete shift from slow, manual work to instant, automated intelligence.
So, what's the actual magic behind this massive change? Let's pull back the curtain and see what these AI research tools are really all about.
Okay, the easiest way to think about these tools is like having your own personal research team, on demand, 24/7. They're basically software platforms that use AI to automate all the tedious stuff, gathering feedback, crunching the numbers, and they deliver the critical insights you need to make way smarter decisions way faster.
And just look at what these things can do. We're talking about tools that can automatically write surveys for you, listen in on millions of online conversations, and even create virtual customer personas to help predict what's coming next. It's honestly like having a market research superpower.
Now let's talk numbers, because this is where it gets kind of mind-blowing. These tools can get you insights up to 95% faster. Just let that sink in for a second. A research project that used to take 20 days, now you can get it done in a single day.
And the cost? Oh, this is a total game changer. Being up to 100 times cheaper means that startups can suddenly test their ideas with the same kind of rigor as giant corporations. Product managers can run research all the time, not just once a year when the budget allows.
Okay, so with all these new tools and options, where do you even begin? Well, we can actually break it all down into 3 core approaches. If you can get your head around these 3 categories, you'll be able to pick the perfect tool for whatever you need. So let's explore them.
First up, we have AI simulation. And honestly, the best way to think about this is like having an entire focus group that's ready to go anytime you want right on your computer. It's a really radical new way to get inside the minds of your target customers without ever having to leave your desk.
Now, the crucial thing to understand here is that these are not just some generic chatbots. These tools create AI personas using real demographic and behavioral data. You can then literally interview these personas to understand what really motivates them. And the biggest plus? No more spending weeks and a ton of money trying to find and recruit actual people for your study. That whole headache is just gone.
And we're not talking about some small-scale experiment here. The leading platform in this space, Atypica.ai, has a pool of over 300,000 of these AI personas ready for you to talk to. That kind of scale lets you get diverse and reliable feedback almost instantly.
So, what's the final word on it? Well, the pros are massive. You get insights in minutes, you save a ton of money, and there are 0 recruitment hassles. The flip side is that it's still a newer technology, so it's probably best for exploring those early ideas rather than for, say, a huge statistical study you're betting the company on.
All right, let's move on to our second approach, AI-powered surveys. This one takes a method we're all familiar with, the questionnaire, and basically puts it on autopilot, supercharging it with AI to make it smarter and way more efficient.
So what these tools do is use AI copilots to help you write better questions and then analyze the results much faster. They also automate these really complex statistical methods that used to require a data scientist. But here's the key difference from simulation. You do still need to find real people to actually take your survey. The leader in this category, Quantilope, is a really powerful, enterprise-level platform. Its big strengths are all the advanced methods it has built in and its really strong AI assistant. On the other hand, it does come with a higher price tag and a bit of a learning curve. And again, you still have to deal with finding respondents. And that brings us to our third and final approach, AI social listening. This is all about tapping into the world's biggest focus group, the internet itself. It's like having the ability to hear every single public conversation that's happening online about your brand, your competitors, or your whole industry. And this is where you really get to see the power of AI at a massive scale. These tools go way beyond just reading text. They can spot your logo in a photo someone posts, understand the emotion behind a comment, and identify new trends just as they start to happen by sifting through millions of posts from social media, news sites, and blogs. The big player here is Brandwatch. It offers an absolutely incredible amount of global data. But there's a catch. It's expensive, and it can be pretty complex to use.
Plus, and this is a key limitation, while it's fantastic at showing you what people are saying, it can't always tell you why they're saying it. Okay, so we've covered the three main approaches. Now for the most important part. How do you actually choose the right one for your specific problem? Let's get practical.
So how do you pick? Here's a simple guide. You should go with simulation if you need answers fast and you're on a budget. It's perfect for doing quick concept tests, maybe validating a campaign idea, or really digging in to understand the why behind what your customers are doing.
You'll want to choose AI-powered surveys when you need solid numbers and real statistical proof. If you're making a big, high-stakes decision and you need to back it up with hard data for the higher-ups, or if you're running a huge international study, this is definitely your best bet.
And finally, you'll choose listening tools when your main focus is on what's happening out there in the world. This approach is absolutely essential for real-time brand management, for keeping tabs on what your competitors are up to, and just generally keeping a finger on the pulse of the market conversation.
But here's a really key takeaway from all this. This isn't about AI just replacing everything we used to do. The smartest companies out there are actually blending the old with the new. They're using these AI tools for incredible speed and efficiency, but then they're layering in traditional methods to get that final human touch of validation and nuance.
So if there's one thing you take away from this explainer, let it be this. Don't get trapped looking for the single best AI tool. It doesn't exist. Instead, focus on your question first. Are you trying to explore, validate, or monitor? Answering that one question will lead you directly to the right approach for the job.
The barriers to truly understanding your customers have never, ever been lower. The technology to get deep, meaningful insights in just minutes is right here, at your fingertips. So the only thing left to figure out is, what's the first question you're going to ask?